Rolling hills undulate beneath an expansive, cloudless sky, the landscape bathed in the warm glow of the sun. The air is crisp and clean, carrying the earthy scent of freshly cut hay across the tranquil fields. A rustic, weathered barn stands proudly against the horizon, a testament to time and labor. Sunlight glints off the dew-kissed grass, creating a sparkling tapestry of light and shadow. A gentle breeze rustles through the fields, whispering tales of harvest and growth. The farm exudes a sense of serenity and timelessness, a peaceful haven under the vast blue sky. Young Jack follows his grandpa, the weathered man's large, calloused hand engulfing the boy's small one. The pair walk towards the weathered barn, a silent promise hanging in the air. Jack's small steps struggle to keep pace with Grandpa's purposeful stride. The old barn doors loom, hinting at stories and secrets within. A shared glance between Jack and Grandpa, a bond forged in the heart of the countryside. Inside the dimly lit barn, the scent of hay mixes with something wild, filling the air with earthy mystery. Sunlight pierces through cracks, illuminating dancing dust motes. Stacks of weathered crates form silent walls, holding secrets within the aged wood. The barn stands still, a rustic haven where time seems to pause, embracing nature's raw beauty. Inside the dim barn, Grandpa halts before a looming stack of crates, their aged wood whispering tales of time. The weight of history presses down as the crates groan under an unseen burden. A silent anticipation fills the air as Grandpa pauses, his weathered hands steadying himself. His eyes reflect a deep knowing, a secret held within the lines, etched by years of labor. In the quiet of the barn, his voice breaks the silence with a gentle command. Now hold still. The moment hangs, heavy with unspoken words and the promise of revelations hidden within the crates. Inside the barn, shadows cling to every corner as Grandpa reaches into the inky blackness. His arm vanishes elbow deep, swallowed by the unseen. A low growl rumbles from the depths, a primal warning echoing through the stillness. The air crackles with suspense, the darkness guarding its secrets jealously. A protesting yowl shatters the silence, a sudden burst of sound in the oppressive dark. From the barn's shadowy depths, Grandpa emerges, his silhouette framed by dusty light. He cradles a massive tomcat, its scarred fur a testament to countless battles. The cat's torn ear and matted coat speak volumes of a life lived on the edge. Despite its rough appearance, the cat is held gently, a stark contrast in the dim light. Its eyes burn with an unnerving intelligence, piercing the barn's gloom. The tomcat's gaze hints at secrets and untold stories, hidden within the barn's walls. Grandpa's voice softens with affection as he gestures towards Tom in the barn. "This here's Tom," Grandpa says, his voice softening. "He runs this barn, keeps the mice in line." Tom stares at Jack, his yellow eyes conveying a silent challenge in the dim light. The air in the barn hangs heavy with unspoken tension as Tom asserts his dominance. Inside the old barn, dust motes dance in the soft light as Jack extends a hesitant finger. Unexpectedly, Tom responds with a gentle nudge, his head softly meeting Jack's outstretched hand. A visible jolt courses through Jack's arm, like a surge of static electricity. Jack's eyes widen in surprise, a mix of shock and wonder in his expression. The moment hangs in the air, a silent connection formed in the heart of the old barn. Inside the dim barn, the silence is shattered by a sudden flurry of wings. Startled, Tom's body tenses, muscles coiling beneath his fur in anticipation. Dust and feathers swirl in the air, illuminated by shafts of light piercing through the barn's weathered planks. The sound of panicked flapping fills the space as the source of the disturbance remains hidden in the shadows. Inside the dimly lit barn, shadows dance as Tom is released from Grandpa's embrace. A gray blur of fur and excitement, Tom propels himself forward. He vanishes into the depths of the hayloft, a mysterious disappearance into the shadows. His triumphant screech echoes through the barn, a declaration of joy. The old barn is filled with shadows and the scent of hay. The hayloft awaits, a hidden world of adventure for Tom. Inside the rustic barn, shadows dance with dust motes in the dim light. Grandpa's chuckle echoes, a dry, rustling sound that fills the aged space. He claps Jack on the shoulder, a gesture both firm and affectionate. Grandpa's weathered hand rests briefly on Jack's shoulder, a silent understanding passing between them. "He's got work to do," Grandpa says, his voice carrying the weight of generations. Grandpa gently leads Jack, his small hand enveloped in his own, towards the weathered barn door. The heavy wooden door creaks open, revealing the barn's interior. A wave of earthy scents, hay, soil, and aged wood washes over them as they step inside. "Come on, let's get you some lemonade," Grandpa says, his voice a warm invitation. Jack pauses, his eyes drawn back to the mysterious shadows of the hayloft. A sense of wonder flickers across Jack's face as he steals one last glance at the hayloft. Under the vast sky, Grandpa and Jack begin their walk towards the farmhouse, their figures small against the landscape. The weathered barn looms, a sentinel guarding tales within its aged timbers. Sunlight paints the scene as they approach, shadows dancing around them. Each step carries the weight of unspoken stories, secrets etched in the silence. The air is thick with anticipation, the farmhouse drawing them closer to destiny. Sunlight streams into the farmhouse kitchen, carrying the scent of baking bread. Grandma's warm smile fills the cozy kitchen, an invitation to comfort and home. Grandpa and Jack step into the inviting kitchen, their faces lighting up at the sight of Grandma. The aroma of freshly baked bread envelops them, promising a comforting meal. A sense of warmth and familial love permeates the heart of the farmhouse. Inside the farmhouse kitchen, Grandma fills a glass with lemonade. Jack slowly sips the cool drink, his eyes distant and troubled. He stares out the window, lost in thought, a barn visible in the distance. Jack's mind drifts, picturing Tom alone in the barn. Under the moon's silent watch, the barn's shadow stretches across the fields, a sentinel of the night. Crickets chirp in the tall grass, and the distant hoot of an owl punctuates the stillness. The old wooden structure stands in stark contrast to the soft glow of the night. A symphony of night sounds fills the air, weaving a spell of tranquility and mystery. In the barn's black heart, Tom navigates the hayloft, his presence a shadow moving through deeper shadows. Hay dust dances in the single shaft of moonlight, piercing the gloom, illuminating his intense, watchful eyes. His senses are heightened, every rustle of straw, every creak of wood amplified in the stillness. He moves with a predator's grace, each step measured, each breath controlled. The air hangs heavy with anticipation, the scent of hay and old wood filling his lungs. A silent hunter in his domain, Tom is the master of his darkened world. Dust motes dance in the faint moonlight as a small mouse scurries across the weathered barn floor. Silent as a shadow, Tom stalks his prey, his movements fluid and predatory. Cracks in the wooden walls allow slivers of moonlight to penetrate, painting eerie shadows. The barn is silent save for the soft rustling and Tom's quiet, patient pursuit. Tension hangs thick in the air, a silent promise of the hunt's inevitable conclusion. Inside the dim barn, shadows dance as a hunt begins. With a sudden burst of agility, Tom strikes. A small mouse is caught in Tom's grasp. Tom vanishes swiftly into the dark, his prize secured. Silence returns, the only evidence of the chase, the lingering shadows. Dawn breaks, painting the farm with hues of gold and rose as the sun ascends. The world is filled with the sounds of nature. The roosters crow, heralding the start of a new day. Cows moo under the bright day. Jack sprints towards the weathered barn, his face lit with hopeful anticipation. He clutches a small bowl of milk, its white surface gleaming, a precious cargo in his determined hands. Each step is measured, a careful dance of eagerness and caution to avoid spilling a single drop. The barn door looms, a silent promise of warmth and welcome as he draws closer. Sunlight catches the milk's surface, casting a glow on his focused expression. His breath comes in excited bursts as he nears his destination, hope brimming in his eyes. Jack steps into the barn, his vision adjusting to the dim light piercing through the aged wooden walls. Dust motes swirl around him, illuminated in the faint light. He pauses, keenly listening for any sign of life amidst the stillness. His voice echoes through the barn. "Tom? Tom, are you here?" Silence answers his call, amplifying the solitude within the old barn. Inside the barn, shadows dance as Tom materializes, his presence commanding attention. Tom's yellow eyes lock onto Jack, an intensity that sends shivers down the spine. A cautious advance begins, each step measured, each movement deliberate. He pauses, testing the air, seeking to unravel the mysteries hidden within. The barn holds its breath, anticipating the unfolding drama. In the quiet barn, Jack sets down a bowl of milk, dust motes swirling in the sunlit air. Tom, a large tabby, cautiously approaches the offering, his eyes gleaming with anticipation. With gusto, Tom laps up the milk, a contented purr vibrating through the barn's stillness. Jack watches Tom, a genuine smile lighting up his face. A silent bond deepens between them, unspoken understanding passing in the warm light. Bathed in sunlight, Jack sits at the barn's entrance, his young eyes locked onto Tom. Tom, a silent sentinel, surveys the barnyard with watchful eyes. An unspoken pact binds boy and beast, a promise echoing in the still air. The barnyard whispers of shared adventures to come for Jack and Tom.